Before I start this video, I would like the viewers to know that Harbor Freight did replace this jack without a receipt. So about 2 months ago, I did a review on my channel of the Harbor Freight 1.5 ton aluminum jack, and I used this jack for about 6 weeks. I did not exceed the weight limit for this jack. I used it mainly for my snowmobile trailer and my snowmobiles, and the other day when I went to lift one of my snowmobiles, which weighs about 300 pounds in the front, it wouldn't lift, the jack would not lift the snowmobile. So I thought maybe that it needed bled or there was air in the system, so I decided to follow the procedure listed on the jack and remove this plug here and see if the jack in fact needed more oil. So I went to Advanced Auto Parts and I bought a bottle of jack oil and prepared to fill the jack. So I followed the procedure for bleeding the jack, which includes removing this plug here that you see and pumping the jack several times. And I felt like maybe there wasn't enough oil in there, and you can see, pumping the jack, it wants to go back on itself. That's because the valve is loosened. So what I decided to do was add some more oil to the jack, and it doesn't show it, but I removed the Phillips head screw and added some more oil. So I followed the jack refill procedure and removed the Phillips screw, which you'll see here just in a second. And then I added some oil through this fill hole here and attempted to perform the air bleed procedure. And really what ended up happening was, I think there's a problem with the valve inside of the jack itself, because it seemed like it was full of fluid and that it didn't need any more fluid. So I put the caps back together and tried to use the jack, and it did go up, but then it wouldn't come back down for some reason. So I put the jack on the floor and I thought, well, I'll stand on it because I weigh about 250 pounds. I'll stand on it and try to get the jack to come back down, and that didn't work either. So I wanted to make sure that I had the valve fully open so that it would come back down, and it did not stop in the counterclockwise rotation. So I think there was something broken inside the valve itself. You'll see that this handle keeps rotating counterclockwise and does not stop. The jack would not go down, even with a load on it. So what I decided to do was, since it was within the 90-day return period, I decided to take it back to Harbor Freight because I do really like the jack. It's lightweight. It will lift a decent amount, 3,000 pounds. And so I didn't have my receipt, and I was doubtful that Harbor Freight would exchange it. I did go to my local Harbor Freight store. They were able to look up my receipt, and they exchanged the jack, no problem. So I was very happy with that process. I did receive a new jack. I never figured out what was wrong with this one. This jack has great reviews online. I haven't really come across any negative comments on it. So that was my experience with the jack so far. I'm glad I was able to get a new one, and I'm just basically going to use it for my snowmobiles and my snowmobile trailer. If you find this kind of content helpful, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment below giving me your thoughts on the video. And as always, I will see you in the next one.